Hello everyone and welcome to my new video. And what is this video about? Well, I'm going to do a glitch remix. What's a glitch remix? Well, a glitch remix is kind of an aesthetic that I've adopted on occasions over the years of taking a well-known piece of music, like a pop song, maybe a song that you find slightly jarring or a song that you like, I don't know, and basically ruining it with computers, just making it unlistenable trash that no one will want to hear. And then you can take it out, take it to your gig and play it and stand there feeling like a smart ass for 5 minutes whilst everyone is looking at you, wishing that you'd stayed at home instead of wasting your life ruining other people's music. And I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to pick this song by Ned Sheeran and I'm going to try and circumvent the copyright laws by I don't know, talking over it or singing over it or something. Ned Rush's videos are really great. I could watch them all day long. Tell your mother and your sister and your brother how he likes to glitch up the song. So yeah, that's the song I'm going to do, but I'm actually going to use this bit here of the song. This is the song, the part of the song that I'm going to glitch up. Yes. I find that the level of sexual objectivity in this song just ridiculous in 2018. Because I'm a millennial and I'm offended by everything. All right, so I'm going to slice this via transient to a blank sampler. Maybe along the way, I will make some slice presets to speed this process up a little bit. So yeah, I'm just going to slice it now to, I didn't really check if it was, I actually didn't check if it was all in check. Let's check it. Okay, I checked it. Everything's in check. So now I'm going to go slice to new MIDI track. I'm going to choose transient because I want to maintain the timing of it. I'm going to choose sampler. Hit OK. Bosh! It's done it. So now we've got this. I'm in love with the shape of you. Okay. We push and pull like a magnet. Yes, Ed Sheeran. Everyone wants to know what you think. So, okay, let's just check the quantization here. Not sure about that one. So I'll go Command A rather, and I'll go Command Shift U, and I will go quantize to 16ths. That'll do. Excuse me. I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull. Now it's at 96 BPM. I actually don't want that. I want 180. So now don't want that either. So I'm going to multiply this loop by 2. Oh, it always does that. I have to reset that. Okay. All right. So let's start glitching it. What can we do? So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to create multiple instances of the same sliced loop and treat each of them differently and then switch between them using MIDI. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to group this and then I'm going to duplicate. Actually, no, first I need to go into sample. I'm going to pull up the zone editor. I'm going to select all the zones. And then down here where it says sustain mode, I'm going to set them to forward backward. That means that when it gets to the end of a slice, it'll start playing backwards. This will help with any timing issues. So I'm in love with the shape of you. You can kind of hear it's working already. What was the original tempo? 96. What's 2 times 96? 202? Wow. I'm in love. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate that and I'm going to solo this one and I'm going to hit reverse. Now all the slices are going to be backwards. So already that sounds weird because the music is in the familiar order, but the words and sounds aren't. It's backwards. It's weird, that, isn't it? Bizarro. Okay, now I'm going to take that first one again, duplicate it, and this one, I'm going to plop an arpeggiator behind it. Let's do that. Let's put an arpeggiator in here. And let's just see how that sounds. So we've got like MIDI clip. Some of these notes are long. Some of them are short, so that's going to make the arpeggiator behave in an unpredictable way. Let's see how it sounds. Okay, already I like that, so I'm going to keep that one, duplicate that, let's solo this one, let's give this a faster arpeggio time. Great, okay, let's do the same again. Let's go back to 8th notes and let's set this to, let's set the gate time to 90 and let's play with this steps thing. Let's set the steps to 1 and the distance to 1. So what that's going to do is that every time that it plays a new MIDI note, it's also going to jump ahead a MIDI note. That's going to sound strange. Let's listen.
I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet. Although my heart's I'm in love with your body. I'm glad I know you.
It's almost like a beat repeater type thing. Let's keep going with that. Let's try. How many steps should we try now? Let's see. Maybe what we could do is let's just look at how many slices there are in a bar. Whoa, what's happened there? Oh, I've done it wrong. Okay, so actually, this one is 1. So can I go set 1 here? Okay. Set 1 there. So actually...
I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet.
Okay, so let's see how many slices there are here. Whoops. This is going to be difficult for my brain. So that starts on D sharp 0. That's kind of weird. And it goes up to D sharp 0. D sharp 2 0. Okay, so let's set this to 24, distance of 24. So that means it's going to jump to the note in the next part of the 4 bars. Maybe.
I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet. Although my heart
Sweet. Ah, it sounded good. Right. Okay, let's do that again, but let's have it to 16. Okay. Oh, I just make myself laugh. Right, okay, so this one. What should we do with this one? We'll do like a pitch thing. Yeah, we'll keep that one in. All right, so I'm just going to keep making loads of variations on the same thing. Just tweaking out.
I'm in love with
Sweet. Okay, let's pick another one. Okay, I'm just going to basically just copy, paste, tweak.
Push and pull like a magnet.
Okay. All right, so let's do some more here. Let's maybe do something with the pitch LFO.
I'm in love with the shape of you.
Let's shush Ed. Right, okay, let's... we could do like a square LFO on the volume to do like a kind of DJ. Sort of, not quite DJ scratch, but you know, it's convincing enough. Let's set this one a little slower. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see. Let's do a square LFO on the pitch. See what that's like. So you can still hear the original. You can still kind of make out what it is. And people, because it's Ed Sheeran and he's famous, you'll play it to people at your rave and they'll go, that sounds like Ed Sheeran, but it isn't. It's all screwed up. Sorry, I'm just pausing for a beer break. Big delicious beer. Right. Okay, let's do like a kind of granular thing. So we've got in this one, we've still got, well, we did have them all selected. They're all selected now. I'm going to change the sustain mode on this one to forward with the 2 arrows facing forward. And I'm going to go into modulation. I'm going to turn the aux envelope on and I'm just going to set the peak and the sustain in the end to 0. And I'm going to jump into the destination for A and choose loop length. Turn that up to 90. And we're going to get really granular. Okay, I'll keep that one because that's fun. And then I'll duplicate it. And then this time I'm going to use LFO2 with a ramp up LFO to modulate the loop start position. So we're going to kind of get time stretchy, maybe. Let's see how it sounds. If we go like, if I slow the tempo down here, you'll hear it better. Okay, that's nice. I'm going to duplicate that one, and then I'm going to maybe use another LFO for the loop length. I'll choose a opposing ramp LFO, as in one going the opposite direction, and I'll set the destination to loop length. Actually, I won't do that. I'll use a sample and hold. Okay, right, so, okay, now I'm going to go back to number one. I'm going to duplicate that, and I'm going to try the oscillator sort of envelope modulator thing. I don't know what's it. Turn fixed on, and then I'm just going to basically create a really, really super fast LFO on the pitch, which is going to make it sound very bizarre. Okay, duplicate that and just tweak that slightly. It's very silly. Keep going, keep duplicating, keep making variations of the same thing. This one I'm going to put the arpeggiator back in again. I'm going to put the, you know what? I've just thought, let's put the release down, and let's put the release down for all of them, copy value to siblings just to make sure, and let's put the decay up for all of them, copy value to siblings just to make sure. Then this one I'm going to apply like a wacky pitch drum roll, pitched up drum roll. Turn retrigger off, and I'll just have this going to something like 2 bars. Okay, maybe a couple more, maybe like a filtery type one. Filter drum roll. So we just need to turn the filter on, and then route an LFO to the filter. Okay, that's nice. Let's duplicate that and have the arpeggiator going a bit fast. Let's have the LFO going faster as well. Okay, I think maybe I'm done for now. So now we're going to play them all back. So we've got, however many we've got here. A lot. Oh, 22 chains. Okay, so now I'm just going to go select all of them, and then in the velocity tab, I'm going to go distribute ranges equally. And then I'm going to drop in a velocity plugin before the instrument rack. My velocity plugin defaults to this setting, which I've made, which is the mode is on fixed, the output high is on 64, and the random is on 64. So that's going to give me full random velocity across 127. Let's listen to it. Okay, so if you're sounds all right, doesn't it? So if you're kind of maybe if you'd like to, if you have an ounce of integrity, you might want to let some of the original come through. I personally don't, but not everyone's like me. So we'll just choose how much velocity range we're going to allocate to what we'll call the dry one. Just to make this clear, you can do this with anything, any drum loop, whatever. It's just a way for slicing stuff up that I really like. So I'm going to give the dry one a velocity range of 1 to 48, and then the others are going to go from 48 to 127. So all I need to do is just select these other ones and then distribute ranges equally. So that basically I'm giving the dry one more of a chance to be heard.
I love the shape of you, like a magnet. Your body's flying too. I'm in love with your body. Inside my room, now my bed sheets smell like baby she's covered in something brand new. I'm in love with your body. I'm in love with the shape of you. Like a magnet. Although my heart is falling, I'm in love with your body. That's the way we now my bed sheets smell like you. Baby, they smell something brand new. I'm in love with your body. I'm in love with the shape of you. Pushing me like a magnet. Over my heart.
Actually, a really fun one to do, I quite like, is to take the original and I'll just solo this one and then duplicate it and pitch one of them down. And it sounds really dissonant and horrid. So I'm just going to do that right now. So I'm going to group that. I'm going to duplicate that, go into the second one and pitch it down a semitone.
I'm in love with the shape of you. Push and pull like a magnet. Although my heart is falling.
I'm going to do it a third time.
I'm in love with the shape of you. Push and pull like a magnet. Although my heart is falling too. I'm in love with your body.
Sometimes when I listen to this song on the radio, I like to pretend that he's saying I'm in love with Bill Oddie. British people will find that funny. Okay, so let's... everyone loves Bill Oddie, don't they? Okay, so let's... So yeah, what you could do, I might not do it now, but what you can do is once you've set all of these, so I'll do it for one. I'll do it for one. So let's listen to which one's our reversey one. Oh no, it's not that one. Hang on a minute. You know what would be nice, Ableton, if I could just right click and go maximize all ranges here. Put that in for me. Okay. So let's just go through and find That's kind of FM resynthesis, sort of, not really. Okay, so we'll do it with this one. So this one has got the loop length set on all the slices. So what I can do here is I can go to user library. I hope this works. I didn't actually try it. In my mind, it works. So I'll go to user library, defaults, and then slicing. And then all I need to do is drop that in there. And then I can call it a name, sampler slice grainy. And so if I want to like work on this a little bit more and slice other parts of the loop, but use those settings again, I should be able to do it because it will be available as a slicing preset. So let's try, let's try it with this intro bit, which is really fast. Okay, so we'll go slice new MIDI track. There it is, sampler slice grainy. So now when I go okay, it'll maintain those settings and play it all grainy. Beautiful. So yeah, that's a little tip. Right, so what was I doing? Okay, let's just put this back to sort of where it was before. Let's get all of these. Oh, excuse me, I burped. Right, okay. Distribute ranges equally. Let's put a get a drum rack. Where are my favorite drum racks? Drum rack. And I'll go to my kick drums and I'll just put some generic, horrid, sort of hard style. Where are all my hard style? Actually, let's just use loads of them. Let's just use loads of kicks. Let's get loads of kicks and load them and play them all one after the other, and it'll be mental, right? Let's get all those kicks. Let's put them in there, okay? And then again in here, I'll just go distribute ranges equally, and I'll draw in a little MIDI clip here to go with what do I want? That, something like that, I think. No. This. Okay, so I've got some kick drums now. Let's just have a laugh with some kick drums.
I'm in love with you. Like a magnet. My heart into. I'm in love with your body. Cause I'm in. Now my body. Everything's coloring on the I'm in love with your body. I'm in love with the vapor. Push you like a magnet. I'm in love with your body. Like you now you smell like I'm in love with your body. I'm in love with the vapor. Simple like a magnet. My whole I'm in love with your body. Last night you were in me. Now that you smell like it's covered in real. And with your body.
Okay, so I was just getting a little bit carried away with the silliness there. I'm going to get rid of those kick drums, wasn't really feeling it. So you don't need to use a velocity plugin to do all this random velocity switching. You can just use the mouse. So I'll duplicate that clip and I can just go in with the pen and draw which ones I want. Just go, whoa! Let's make the grid a little bit more. Make the grid a little bit, and we can just go in, whoa, and just draw them all in, and then we can actually choose which ones we want, which is nice. So you can, and also if you've got the little speaker on, you can kind of preview it. So if I go to like this slice here and draw in a velocity, I can hear which one it's playing, which is really good. So I can kind of sequence it if I wanted to. Oh. Okay, so yeah, that's good. Or you can, of course, not use the pen and hover over the note, hold Command, hold Command, and adjust the velocity like that. But I find Ableton struggles with this a little bit. Especially if there's lots of, devices in a rack. So yeah, just get the pen and just go, whoops, hang on. Just get the pen and just go, whoa, hey, like this. So just draw little spiky hills. Draw a skyline. Yeah, that'll do. So there you go. Go and glitch up some songs and play it to your grandmother and make her cry. Don't do that. That's a horrible thing to do. Okay. I'm going to go and put this on Patreon now. You know the drill. See you next time. Goodbye. Goodbye. Have a nice weekend.